This is my first time ever being early to the driver's meeting ever. New suit goofing over here.
Wow, new suit goof.
Came in an hour later than headshots, you know? The usual.
Dude,
An hour after headshots it came.
You're fitted, dog. You're fitted.
Snuggy.
Look at that fit.
It's snug. Don't bend over yet, guys.
You missed it. He said he's new suit goofing over here.
No beers.
Right?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
I know, new suit goofing. I tried to explain to Russo the other day about goofing.
I'm lost in the past, dude. I'm lost in the past.
You're on a different time zone.
Because we were doing some Broncos.
What's up? Dude.
So to be like this, bro. I went to my car and my trim literally fell out. Could you sign it?
Yeah.
Please, dude.
Vaughn probably ripped it out. Barehand McGee over there, dude.
I mean, he was over there. I was like, I might as well and make it bigger than Vaughn's if you could.
Oh, you're too late now, dude.
I'll be.
Just cross out Vaughn's now.
Actually, yeah, do that. Do that. Just kidding. I'm messy. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
That's right, dude.
Guys,
Enjoy.
keep up the good work.
Thanks, friend.
What do you think about Ray's new bowl?
It's tight, dude.
He keeps it tight.
It is tight. It's really high and tight.
Look at this.
That thing, dude. That thing's fabricated. Aaron got that thing fabbed up, dude.
I might be a little off on my numbers, but I believe it's as long as we have more than 23 or 24 people in competition, everybody does one qualifying run, and then based on that one run, we go to top 24 spots of the top 32 bracket. The remaining spots go to the people that didn't make those, and they get one more qualifying run, and then those guys compete for those last 8 spots on the bracket and can not get higher than those 8 spots on the bracket. So if you zero your first run, you get 100 on your second run, the max you can get is that lower 8 still.
Oh, wow, that's different.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, 2021 FD. Coming out of 2020, we had some pretty sick cars. I got called out one time against Odie. He rolled my but outside of that, you know, we still had a little bit more in the car. And we've changed some things with the steering to help us a little bit in the transition, especially in the chase. And we have changed a couple other little things, but nothing too serious. Little livery change. But I'm just excited to get back out there and do a repeat of what happened last year, except don't lose focus for one round. That's all it takes. You lose focus for one round and you're out.
If that's what getting lucky is.
I think we just got out forward of leaving that keyhole. The other thing is too is when everybody floats out wide,
I've got him bringing that
inner
stuff.
one, like they just go all the way to the rumble strip and then transition.
Yeah.
It leaves you nowhere to go.
Right.
Like, so I always get gapped there, but I feel like it's because of the lead
You
car.
mean leaving inner one?
Yeah, this is inner one. They come up, they get on the gas here, like super late, which is fine. But they float out almost to the grass, and then transition, which leaves you no room to go anywhere.
No, yeah, you gotta hold that middle line, and when they're out, but if they do it right,
get a drive, they yank you.
Exactly, I know. That's why it's so important to just know their note and stick with the strategy. Like if they're going out, you got to set up mid course.
Yeah, I did that.
Right,
still.
You're mid.
He pulled me by a car.
He pulled you going up
the hill,
up the hill,
and I was on the inside. I waited. I actually came through the transition, and as I was transitioning, while he was transitioning, I went, yeah! I gave him one of those guys. Yeah.
One of those guys.
No, you know when you clutch kick in the transition?
Yeah.
It's like the fucking rocket boosters are on.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I did, and like I matched, and then he inched away, and then I doored him again. And I was on his, I didn't door him, I was like front tire to his back wheel, and then I was even like, all right, I'm gonna let him, and I like, waited.
Yeah.
I saw him light off, I lit off, he went like this, and I added angle.
By the way, we're talking about my good friend Chris Forsberg.
Oh, there's that. Oh, yeah.
And by the way, he had the same conversation with his team after he ran me in the first practice.
For sure.
And now we're having, so this is what happens. You go tit for tat. Yep, you're like, all right, we were good. Rolled him up, came back, he rolled us. Now it's who's going to roll who in the comp.
He's like an Amazonian.
He needs a bone nose.
These look good, dude. Oh, hey. So this is our clutch setup that we run. Quartermaster, 8.5. A lot of people run really small clutches, but I prefer, and I think Vaughn does too, larger clutches. So it's not so snappy on the revs. So it keeps some sort of rotational mass on the motor. Because our motors are built so light that it's like super crazy snappy, down rev, up rev, all that. But this has testing and yesterday on it. And it's only down like probably a couple thou. So it's really good. You can see we get a lot of heat in them. Even on the plates.
And that's the discoloration.
Yeah, the discoloration is like how much heat we're putting in it. This one actually didn't get that much, but yesterday I was working the clutch a bunch in the keyhole, as most people do here, because you're trying to keep the car on the power band while you're chasing the guy, but it's a really slow part of the track, and you're in a gear that does like 90-something miles an hour, so you're constantly like 20, 90, 20, 90, just slipping the clutch the entire time. Vaughn's looked a lot worse than mine. He was out there driving it like a two-stroke. But I thought mine was going to need replacement. This could go right back in, honestly. What happened was I came in, I did the same thing I always do. I throw the car to angle, I go to lock, and I come back. And when I go to lock, the car's not at lock. I'm just going to that lock of steering to manage where I'm at.
Right.
And when I went to that, it got stuck.
Now, were you were on throttle, front lifting?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was not on the brakes at that point. I only brake in outer zone 1. And then once I leave outer zone 1, there's no braking unless I'm going to run the clip over, and this is not the case. So we got inside right wheel probably locking up on something and landing. Inside right wheel. I didn't boost, but I over-rotated.
Because you're pushing too hard in the spot you normally would.
Well, I just lunged to catch back up to him, and
Yeah.
it was too much. And then I laid down a 170-point lead run.
I saw the lead. Yeah. It took an hour for the smoke to clear.
Sorry. I was trying to go for 5th gear, but I didn't have another
No,
one.
we didn't have
I need an overdrive switch.
You can drive that car that way. My
Yeah?
rev limiter's good.
Okay. All right.
So
What do you say? You can drive it that mad?
drive it with all that fury.
The
that
plan was
you
to
used
drive it that way this morning, but I just couldn't. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do it against Taylor Hall.
All right, bro. Some more rounds to go, buddy.
It's all good.
You got some good points.
Some.
Long haul.
There's one part of that sentence is right. Some points.